If you're just getting into Facebook ads trying to make money, maybe you're trying to line up your first client, or you only have a couple clients and you want to get more, this video is thinking about early in my career, what advice would have been the most helpful and what would have helped me move forward the most. One of the challenging things with Facebook ads is if you're putting in a smaller amount of money, like $50 or $100, that's generally not quite enough to test out different things, to get things working, to actually try to optimize things and get Facebook better at learning who makes purchases or becomes leads. To be the most effective, you often need some experience and several $1,000s to put toward ads to get things working. Now, this poses a challenge when you're getting started because you'll either need to go through a lot of your own money, or you're going to need to try to find a client, get them to trust you, get them good results, and hopefully get some money for yourself, which is a challenge in itself. A lot of people jump into drop shipping because it's fairly easy to set up. You don't have to convince anyone to work with you, and there's a lot of courses that spell out the process. Dropshipping is not anywhere close to free money. A lot of the courses make some pretty crazy financial promises, and myself and a lot of the most successful Facebook advertisers I know have gotten a little more in terms of running ads for clients or building a brand over 4 or 5 years. There's a couple challenges with doing dropshipping. Some of the time, the shipping time can be like 3-4 weeks, which just does not work on Facebook ads. You'll have so many headaches, so many angry customers and clients. Facebook can shut you down if you're not getting the product to people. If people are complaining, you're often delivering a bad user experience. Also, if you're finding a product that's cheap and selling it for a lot more money, there can be some quality issues to deal with. And also, other people can find the exact same product and start doing ads that compete with yours, and your whole business can come crashing down. Now, it can be fine experience to launch some ads and actually get some live and see what that experience is like, but I definitely wouldn't be putting in any more money than I was willing to lose. I've talked to people who've dumped in $1,000 and have generated exactly $0 worth of sales. I've run Facebook ads for 5 years, and I'm not jumping into doing drop shipping for some of the reasons I've outlined. Some companies that already exist already have a unique and competitive product. They have the customer support, maybe some existing like photos and assets. They have an existing customer base, maybe customer lists that you can utilize, and they have a really good understanding of their customers and clients. So you can use all of this and then just jump in and crush with the Facebook ads rather than trying to worry about all of that and go from 0 to 100 with brand new people who've never heard of it and a product that everyone can really quickly copy. If you do launch a dropshipping product and it does really well, you do get to take in that profit yourself. Just know that there's no exact step-by-step solution that will give you a high likelihood of having this happen. But how do you go about getting those customers and clients? Because it's really intimidating convincing someone to hire you and then spending a whole lot of money on their Facebook ads, and you never know exactly how things are going to do. The first thing I recommend is letting everyone in your life and your business network know exactly what you're looking for. So in your network and online, letting people know if anyone hears of anyone who's running Facebook ads that's really frustrated with the results, that you would be the person to connect with. Things are starting to open up, and there's still definitely value to in-person networking and making connections. Just be really specific about what you're looking for. I've actually found sometimes it's easier to try to connect with people who would know and be connected with the type of person I'm targeting. So if I'm trying to run Facebook ads for realtors, finding different people who do loans or, construction work that know a lot of realtors. That way you're not directly pitching the realtor the first time you meet them, but you're trying to form a connection and saying, hey, do you know any realtors who've tried Facebook ads and they're not really working or not getting the results they want? It's so much easier if someone gives you an introduction or recommends you versus you being the person who has to reach out initially. You also may want to reach out to some local marketers or agencies to get some real world experience, like working in their office, either doing an internship or just shadowing them for a day, getting some of that real world experience. So you have your list of 10 to 50 people who you'd love to work with, hopefully some local ones. I feel like it's easier to sell people locally because they have that connection with you. Definitely don't just send out a copy-pasted email or something where you're trying to sell them right away via email or LinkedIn. People just get so many of these and they all blend in. And I know I get enough that if I responded to every single one, that'd be several hours a day that I would just spend replying to copy-pasted messages trying to sell me something. If I saw someone consistently commenting on my videos and sharing it and liking it or mentioning it and things like that, and then they just sent me a very friendly message to my email, I'd be much more likely to respond than the million messages I get every single day trying to pitch me something. And I think this is true of many business owners as well. You actually do want to genuinely be interested in them, what they're doing, helping them. And I would never go trying to pitch someone in the first message, because people just get so many of those that they filter them out at this point. So you want to find those 10 to 50 people that you'd really love to work with, get their name, maybe some other people at the company, their phone number, email, and kind of do some research. And I found it actually can be good to try to find a connection with them on LinkedIn or other social media or even Twitter, and just kind of start conversations or comment on their things and get on their radar in general. Even once you gain experience, it's very intimidating spending someone else's money trying to generate exact results. And you have to think from the business owner's perspective. They're taking on a risk, hiring you and getting you to spend their money on the ad campaigns. Because there's that risk for them, it's a lot harder to convince them to work with you. So over time, I figured out here's one of the best ways to approach it, especially if you're new. So you can actually look at their ads people are running on Facebook and see if there's ways that you could improve their ad campaigns. Really, the core reason it makes sense for someone to hire you is you'd be able to do some things better than what they're currently doing. You see some major areas they could improve, some blind spots, some things that they're missing, some things they're not doing correctly, where you're very confident you could take what they're doing and improve it. I have found it helpful with some people saying, hey, I love the company, I've been following you, I've been commenting. I notice with your ads, I think you could be doing this a little better. Why don't you try implementing it, see if it improves things? And by the way, if you wanted to do a complete overhaul, I've got some awesome ideas that wouldn't have any risk to you. That's one angle you could take. So you start to get to know them and build the relationship. And then the pitch is basically, hey, I want to see if I can make some adjustments and improve your results or improve your profits or whatever is important to them. And if it doesn't work, we'll just put it back to exactly how it was before. That way, if the ads do really well, you'll get a financial reward, you'll get that experience running the ads, and you'll be able to take those results and pitch other people to hire you as well. You want to be really transparent with people about your level of experience. You also want to get a really good sense of what they would see as a successful relationship. So if it was a month from now, what kind of results they'd be happy with, and also the potential amount that they could lose if things really didn't go well, and make sure that they know that's a possibility. Then if things don't go well for you at all, you at least let them know that'd be a possibility. It may be a little bit awkward, but you switch things back to the way that they were before. You have that new experience and you can continue to grow your skills, and at least you didn't lose a lot of your own money. Just remember to stick with it. It often takes years and years to grow a business. It was almost 3 years of doing my business on the side before I could take it to replace my full-time income. If you're really serious about getting better at Facebook ads, definitely keep up with what's working on the platform. I have an email list where I post other strategies and hacks. You can find a link down to that below. And I have a 2-hour Facebook ad training, as well as a longer training on how you get your first customers and clients and different strategies for reaching out to those people and finding that connection. So you can find a link to that over there or the longer training. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end, comment blueberry. I will see you in one of those videos.